Hey everyone, welcome to Greenlight. So today we're going to look at the press conference for filmmaker David Yates on Secrets of Dumbledore.
The fact that these stories bring such a collective together to work on them, and there's something really beautiful and enjoyable about working with the people around me, which is a great pleasure. When you make a movie, it's a huge logistical enterprise, and it's tough, and creatively, logistically, technically. And so going into that experience with people you respect and admire, but who also can take the strain of it with some real dignity and some real humor, is essential. And that's the qualities I found in many of the people I work with in front of the camera and behind the camera. So if I look back over those 7 films, it's a very fond memory of the many wonderfully creative people I've worked with across all of them. And that sense of family, we use that word quite a bit, but it's important because that doesn't always happen in our industry because it's a tough business. And when we come together to make something, it's always, I think, more interesting than working apart making something, so to speak. And I think what's enduring about these movies, I think they become a safe place to go to for lots of people. They celebrate certain values: loyalty, love, friendship, empowering the outsider, the person you always underestimate, things that, you know, resonate for a lot of people out in the real world. And they do it in this magical space. So I think it's it's a beautiful thing to be part of stories that create a safe space for some people when they go into the movie theatre to watch them, you know, and I'm very proud of that.
Gosh, there are so many themes that resonate throughout Joe's work and in this film. It's about family, the family you make, as opposed to necessarily the family you're born into. It's about the courage of doing the right thing. It's about love. It's about sacrifice. Ultimately, it's, for Dumbledore, it's about choosing between the love he had and maybe still has, and doing the right thing for the greater good. He and Grindelwald have 2 different views, and it's about the choices, which again is something that really permeates all of Joe's work. It's about the choices you make, and it's for Newt, for Dumbledore, for all the characters. It's about making the right choices for them.
Yes, I mean, one of the exciting things, certainly for the audience and certainly for us filmmakers, is being able to open up the magical world and to go to completely new areas, which gave us hugely interesting, creative, new environments to reproduce. I mean, I'm not sure which countries I'm allowed to say, but we start off in China, in the forest, and that's a very different area for us to go to. We then spend quite a lot of time in Germany. We see the German Ministry of Magic, which we've obviously in the past seen New York, we've seen the UK, and it's nice to open up and just see a completely new ministry. And then at the end, we end up in Bhutan. Again, a completely new, different area. And then we do go back, as you said, to familiar places. We go back to Hogwarts quite a lot, and we go back to Hogsmeade. And I think that for us, as who've been on this journey for a while, is exciting to go back and see those places again, and be familiar with those places from all the previous films.
Well, you know, with this movie in particular, our previous episode was quite complicated plot-wise for all of us. And it took us a while to figure that one out. And so with this story in particular, we wanted it not only to be emotional, but we wanted it to be enjoyable and for it to be a real treat and for it to lean into the values of some of the earlier Potter films that had whimsy and charm, humor and humanity. We showed it to a little audience a few weeks ago, and there was this very young man in the audience. I won't name him, but he was a kid. And everyone turned to him when the lights went up and said, "What do you think?" You know, because he's one of our first audience members, other than the people here who've seen it. And he looked at me and he said, I liked it. It's really human. And I thought, we'll take that. We've made a film with all this extraordinary stuff in it, and the one thing he takes away from it, it's really human. And that's a testament to the performances and the story and everything. It's really human. Let's have that in the world we're living in at the moment.
Hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes look at Secrets of Dumbledore, and you learned some things from the filmmakers, including how to be a family on set and everything like that. And coming from the Harry Potter franchise, I'm sure he was able to bring that in. So go ahead and like and subscribe this video, and I'll see you here next time. Later.